Okay.
I get nervous.
Me too. So imagine if you are nervous, I'm worse.
Finally.
Okay. Yes.
Oh my gosh. I was actually like show the behind the scenes. I think I must show them like as an introduction because
Yeah, that's
it's always tough,
yeah.
like to really start. Let me check it.
And
I think
people
it's
love to
fine.
see that type. It makes you take a moment to inhale, exhale.
Yeah.
It's like two friends talking, or finally two
Yeah.
persons that are finally getting to know each other.
I always get nervous because like I don't want to mess up, like I want it to be perfect.
Yeah, I have that syndrome too, and mostly because English is not my first language,
Yeah.
and there are times of my month,
Mhm.
my cycle, that I cannot even speak or Spanish or English.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like the words messed up. I can just like my ability to speak eloquent is none. So it's just like, oh my God, where am I in this cycle? Am I going to be able to?
Because I remember first time I met you, you said, "Wait, I just want to drink something, and then
Yeah.
my English would become
Yeah,
better."
yeah.
But today it sounds quite clearer than the day that we first
Yeah,
met.
yes, yeah. I was in my
Ovulating.
the pre of my
Yeah. Yes.
menstruation, so
Yes.
I become so clumsy and
Yes.
messy, foggy.
PMSing.
Yeah, yeah.
So welcome to Korean Corporate Hub,
Thank you,
Silvana.
thank you.
Finally, it's happening. I think I met you 2 months ago, I
Yeah,
think. Yes, yes. And we discussed that we'll have a sit down because, I was quite drawn to your career being a doula.
yeah.
I was like, okay, I need to sit down with her. And also something that we gonna discuss also later, like what are the things that you want to do as well.
Yes.
So welcome to Korean Corporate Hub.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
my pleasure.
Yes. Thanks. Welcome back to Career and Corporate Hub. Ngadzina ndipi Khodani Hlatshayo. I am a career strategist, and if you're joining in for the first time, we are now doing season 3 and focusing on people that are working outside of their home country or staying outside of their home country. So we are continuing with, the same topic of their careers. So if it's your first time joining in, Career and Corporate Hub is about exploring career of different individuals on how they have navigated their career and also climbing the corporate ladder, not forgetting their business as well. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Please do subscribe if you have not subscribed, and like, comment, let's engage. So Silvana, are you ready to have this conversation?
Yes, I'm very excited to have this conversation.
Yeah, somehow I keep messing up. I don't know why. But yeah, anyway, so welcome, welcome, welcome again. You're looking so beautiful.
Thank you.
Even the first time I saw you, you were looking stylish actually.
Yeah.
You had this South African beads. That's what we call them when we
Yeah.
saw you. That like these. Where did you get these beads? They look South African.
It's actually very indigenous, like
Yes.
a tribe in my country, like from Medellin, used to do this type of art in necklace, and I think we have this in common.
Yeah, which is like really surprising. You are from Colombia.
Yes, Colombia.
Welcome, first guest from Colombia representing.
Oh yeah, I hope to be a good one.
Yes. Do you know what was Modern Family? Do you know a show
Sofia
called
Vergara. We are from the same city, actually.
When you talk like her.
Shakira, Sofia Vergara, and me are from the same city.
She's my favorite, Sofia.
People say very often that I speak like her, but it's like the Latin America type of accent.
She's like, no, stop it. Oh, I like it. I like it so much. Yeah. So, how is Colombia like? I mean, when I look at Colombia, what comes to my mind is what the movies painted. Like we always see, like they're showing, drugs and
narcos
narcos.
culture.
Yes. How is it like?
Well, the narco culture is a reality. We cannot deny it
Mhm.
because my country is very open to the consumption of these drugs.
Mhm.
It's not a lie, but Colombia is beyond that. Colombia
Yeah.
is diversity, is nature, is
Mhm.
all type of birds and plants and flowers. Is it's a magical place.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's a land where we love to dance. Like dance is a way to communicate and also to
Mhm.
heal. Where poets can just be inspired by all the things
Mhm.
they
You
can.
also do poetry, right?
No. I write, but I just it's like a personal hobby.
Okay.
Just not to share. But I'm not a
Okay.
poet for sure. No.
Okay, okay. And how is education like? I'm asking in a manner of, somebody who's from South Africa, education, or rather success is more is through education. Like in South Africa, where the expectations from home is you are born, you go to school, you go to university, and you work. And career paths are also very much the expectations are like these traditional professions where you become a doctor, engineer, nurse, teacher. Is it also the same in
It's the
Colombia?
exact same.
Yeah.
I come from a family, thank God I was born in this family, but
Hmm.
my parents always were support with us and
Okay.
let us study whatever we want.
Okay. Okay.
So I am blessed with that experience. But
Hmm.
the general situation is exactly that you born in a family, they expect you to be a good student or at least like pass, just
Hmm.
graduate from high school.
Yes.
uh, After that, university is a must if you want to be successful.
Hmm.
But I
Hmm.
think, and I maybe I'm talking from my experience, like my friends and people around me in
Hmm.
general are changing those
Mm.
paradigmas. I don't know how it is in English, but
Like the
it's
mindset.
like the mindset
Yeah.
exactly. So now you see more people that
Hmm.
let's say study business but are artists, that study
Mm.
I don't know, to be lawyer, but they are musicians, for God's sake. So uh, yes, it is a mindset, but I
Hmm.
think little by little we are
Transforming.
transforming that in our
Yeah,
culture. But it's
that is
like
true.
Colombia is pure art too. Yeah, we
Hmm.
have science, we have engineers, we have
Excuse me. Yeah.
amazing doctors, but because I come from artist family,
Hmm.
um, artistic family, I see art everywhere. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I can see the tattoos. You've got beautiful tattoos, by the
Thank you
way.
to my artist, tattoo artist
Who's your artist here or in
in
Colombia?
Colombia.
Okay.
In Colombia, I
Yeah.
miss him, by the way.
You want more
Yeah, I want
tattoos?
to cover almost all my body in tattoos.
No.
Yeah, I have that dream, but as like I'm getting older and I'm getting cower with the pain, so it's just like, okay, just little ones.
They say the way you say you are older, it's like you're like really, really getting old. And I think we're the same age.
Yeah, 36 probably.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
35. You're
Okay,
36.
I'm older
Yeah.
than you,
So
you see.
one of the first people I've interviewed that are older than me. Yeah. So what did you study?
My first profession is fashion designer. As
Okay.
I am a sustainable fashion design. It's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
I only create slow fashion,
Mm-hmm.
and the majority of my experience as a fashion designer is through upcycling, and it's a way to be very kind with the planet and in this industry.
That is interesting. So in varsity, you chose a degree called sustainable.
No, I
Okay.
declare myself as a sustainable fashion
Oh.
design. Like
Mm-hmm.
in Colombia, and I think this is in Latin America too,
Mm-hmm.
you can be a green company, the green company or
Mm-hmm.
B
Mm-hmm.
company is the companies that are regulate but
Mm-hmm.
sustainable laws.
Mm-hmm.
So there are companies that only do sustainability, that their resources are optimized or the process are
Mm-hmm.
optimized,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, are very kind and gentle with the
To the
planet.
environment.
Yeah, with the
That's
environment.
actually interesting. When you're talking, I'm thinking of I saw this other advert where they're showing that when you buy a lot of clothes, always think of where you're going to throw them when you like
Yeah.
don't want them anymore.
Mm.
So they sort of like affect the like the sustainability or like the environment. Is it more like that? Like when you look at the clothes?
Yes, like fast fashion is one of, like, it's not an enemy, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like a wrong way to understand fashion. It's the
Yeah.
wrong way. Fashion
Mm-hmm.
should be something profound. Actually, it is something profound. It is a smart consumption.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be smart consuming, because it's like, and I understand. I get the people that wants to buy and buy and buy. I get it.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
been there, honestly.
And I was about to ask because you very like like yeah, you always look great, like
Thank
a
you.
stylist.
A
I don't
fashion
know, a
designer
fashion,
in the
yeah.
house. So I know, but it's the skill that I learned through my career to how
Mm-hmm.
to mix the clothes. So I can
Okay.
have, for example, only three clothes, and I mix them to have 10 different looks.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
talking about fast fashion, it's not the enemy per se, but
Mm-hmm.
I know that, and I hope that people get smarter or clever, more clever in how we consume, because
Mm-hmm.
that's not the right way.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Mm-hmm.
it's not.
And now looking at I want to understand also.
Yeah.
So you finished high school, and
Yes.
then you went and studied
Fashion
fashion
designer.
designing.
Yeah, fashion design in a university in my city, Barranquilla.
Okay, and then you
Yes.
graduate with a
Yeah.
degree in
Yeah.
fashion designing.
Yeah. At
Okay.
the time,
Mm-hmm.
it was in 2005
Mm-hmm.
when I, no, 2006 when I start my career. I was studying, because I was studying first to be a dancer, but I quit.
Okay.
That's a story from another time. But when I studied, that university was the only one to have this career.
Okay.
And it was like 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
last 3 years. So after 3 years studying, I become a technician.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't
In
know how,
fashion.
in in fashion design and high couture. So I
Okay.
graduate with the skills to create collections, to work with whatever designer, whoever
Mm-hmm.
designer, to do my own business. And talking about that, I just never thought to
Mm-hmm.
I was be able to work with someone. I always saw myself as I I'm gonna create my own.
Like a standalone business. That's
Yeah,
what you were
so
looking
since
for.
I
Yeah.
graduate, I never have been working with like nobody. I create my company, I create my brand,
Mm-hmm.
and since then, like for almost 14 years ago, and I'm still being hanging since. That is the
Really?
name of my company. Yeah.
And she is on Instagram. Please do follow her business on
Yeah.
Instagram. I'll also put a handle at the description box so that
Yes.
if anyone would like to see
Yeah.
your work or support you, then they can see
Yeah.
on
Thank you.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I thought maybe like after you finish university, you went and did internship at a fashion industry or fashion designing industry, but you like went and
Yeah,
did
I
your
had
own
to do an
stuff.
internship,
Okay, okay.
but I didn't like what I saw,
What?
because I worked with a designer, fashion designer, who was like a high class level, like, and I just like I didn't like that. I didn't like it. So it just like I don't want to have a store. I don't want to, like, I was not thinking very well what I wanted, but I
Mm-hmm.
something deep in me knew that that's not the way I wanted. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to participate in pasarellas, like
Mm-hmm.
the runway shows.
Yes, yes.
I didn't want all that. I just want to create something new. So
Okay.
how I start my career is creating. I start with one collection that I did by myself. I'm not good with the sewing machine, by the way, but I did it just by myself, and I create clothes like blouse that it could be used in a different ways. So
Mm-hmm.
I find out there was a concept that calls multifunctional clothes that you can wear in many ways. And I
Yeah.
thought, yeah, I can do something here. So that's from zero. But at the
Mm.
same time, I was going to secondhand stores, buying clothes and creating and repurposing all these clothes, old clothes, and creating a new collection of new clothes from that old clothes. So
Yeah.
I was doing both. And I just like, hell yeah, I can do both. I can do a slow fashion because I only did like or made like 10
Mm-hmm.
10
Mm-hmm.
products. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. And I just sold them. And meanwhile, I was repurposing cutting jeans or blouse,
But who was
and
sewing for you? Were you sewing or you
I
had
was
like
sewing
other
all by
people?
myself
Okay.
after, and when I couldn't do things by myself,
Mm-hmm.
so I just like, oh, I need help. So it's where I start looking for tailors that
Mm-hmm.
could accompany and help me in this, because sewing is a lot of work and it
Mm-hmm.
needs a lot of time, and I just like it's not practical for me. Just like I
Mm-hmm.
need to focus on designing,
Mm.
and I as as soon as I know what I want and the collection, the vision of the collection, I send the clothes already cut to the tailor, and they just sew it for me. And
Ah,
later I
that's
show
actually
it.
something that I never really like take into consideration. Yes, I understand like the creative behind it, but I always like assume that, like you create and then you design. But now when you're talking about the vision, it like really it's quite interesting.
It is,
So and then so you then cut and then you give them what to
yeah.
sew. Oh, okay,
With
that's like
I used to give them like the picture how it was,
mm-hmm,
the clothes already cut in
mm-hmm,
like in pieces, and the drawing of how I want the new clothes, like before and after. I need this,
mm,
but I made so many mistakes cutting that the tailor was just telling me, "Let me cut. You cut
instead of
and let me cut."
like show me the designs and then I'll cut.
Yeah. So
Oh.
through that job or repurposing, I
Mm-hmm.
just learned so much about how hard is just sewing, and
Mm,
people don't give it a chance, like clothes that come from tailors,
yeah.
so at how can I say this, at least in Colombia or in my city,
Mm-hmm.
people is just like, oh, it's Taylor, they it should be
Mm-hmm.
cheap. But these women
Mm-hmm.
work hard. They are
Yeah.
creative,
And
very creative
let's talk
people.
about that as well because a lot of clothes that are coming like directly from the tailors, they're very expensive. What
Yeah,
is the reason behind that?
because the most of the tailor
Mm-hmm.
use a really good fabric. So
Okay.
to not be considered fast fashion, there are certain rules, right? One, you don't produce massively.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You don't need it. And
Mm-hmm.
second, you take care about the quality of your clothes,
Mm-hmm.
fabric and sewing, the construction of the clothes. So it is put it like that. The tailors build the clothes from the future. That is, it will be the vintage for the future.
Mm-hmm.
They are the clothes that you can see in the secondhand clothes, or the clothes that, oh, it was from my mother and the mother of my mother, and it's the clothes from
Mm-hmm.
my auntie from, I don't know, 100 years, let's say
Mm-hmm.
something. That
Mm-hmm.
is the clothes that were made by tailors,
Mm-hmm.
because they take care about the quality of sewing and
Mm-hmm.
how to put together the pieces and the fabric.
So
Is
that's sustainability that you
that
were
is
talking about.
sustainability right there,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And how then were you making money if you're saying that a lot of people then wouldn't really want to buy the clothes? I mean, I'm looking at you saying that you've ran the business for 14 years. Was it like sustainable in terms of, making an income or a living out of it?
Mm, well, that story is a little bit hard for me
Mm-hmm.
because I was a single mother
Mm-hmm.
for at least 6 years, and I need money. So I was being a fashion designer because it was like my hobby. It was my way to keep in touch with what I study.
Mm.
But I was having jobs like as a makeup artist in audiovisual productions, like movies or commercials or
Um,
short films, mostly commercials. So I was making money from this side, and that money I made it, I put it into my collections. So it was kind of weird, and that's how I could sustain
mhm.
that side of my fashion design world, because I was not good with money.
What
You
do you
know,
mean?
I never received a good education about how to take care of the money, how to
Okay.
save money, how
Uh-huh.
to use it properly or
Mhm.
smart. No, I didn't have that. So it was like keeping this business for a long time. It was hard because I have no idea what I was doing financially. So
Mm.
if you ask me, and I'm trying to be very honest with this, with the people that I know that are starting, or anyone who is starting, know about financial,
Mm.
about how to manage the money
Yeah,
is so
financial
important.
education is
Yeah,
important.
we
Yeah.
don't receive that in Colombia.
Yeah, no,
Mm,
I think also in South Africa, we don't receive financial education. And it's what a lot of people struggle with, especially women. I think from my previous episode, one of the previous episodes with Mari, she was talking a lot about, how women also undermine financial education, that if you are married, you just want to rely on your husband and you never take time to really um, educate yourself and
yeah,
also invest, because now you're just like entirely depending on your husband. So I'm
yeah.
glad that you brought that up. So 14 years, where did you get that wake up call about financial education?
I'm still awake in that part.
Oh my god.
I'm still awake in that part. I'm learning in the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
I have really good friends from Colombia that
Mhm.
I can see how they run their business, and I
Mm.
ask, I make questions. Now I am like, I'm older. I think
Mhm.
I'm wiser, so
Mhm.
I know that I cannot spend immediately the money. So that
Mm.
for sure one of the first lessons that I had to learn.
Mm.
It's like, don't invest immediately.
Mhm.
You need to have an order,
Mhm.
like an organization, in step by step, and you need to follow those steps, or at
Mhm.
least have someone to share that organization that keep you tracking. That is important, because my husband now is the person who ground me. It's like, you
Yeah.
really need to spend that money. You really need, and it's like, okay.
Yeah,
So
and you're right. Sometimes getting help is always better if you know that you can't do
yeah,
it
yeah.
yourself. Because I've got a company, right? And I was supposed to do tax returns, and then I didn't do it. And I think now in South Africa, if you don't do your tax returns or you don't show like the activities in your company, they do register your company. So I remember
Mm,
one of the ladies that I met who does tax returns, and she runs like a financial, no, not necessarily financial business, but she's a qualified financial advisor, I must say.
mm,
Like, she said the other time, like, give me your company registration number, I will check for you the status of your company, and then I missed that text completely. And then one day I went into my company profile. No, no, no. I got an email from the registration organization for the company side. Your company is about to be deregistered in like 30 days.
oh,
Ignored that message. And then after 30 days, I went into the website. I see my company is being deregistered.
Oh,
But I went to, the lady that I know who, yeah, she does text. I don't know how to
no,
like really
that I was going to say
put
that
the
it's important because
yeah.
the last years who really helped me to grow and my business,
Mhm.
no, was only my husband, is having an accountant.
Yeah. Yes, so now she helped me
Yeah,
with fixing, the status of my company, and but then now I was like thinking to myself, when you're saying that, sometimes you must allow somebody to help you, because we don't really allow
yeah,
people to help us where we can't.
yes,
And
that's true.
now I feel like, she could be my accountant. Why
Yeah.
not, to handle my books.
Mm.
Yeah, but thank you for sharing that. So now I also want to find out, raising your son in Colombia, where there is like narcos, you know, lifestyle. How is that like for you as a mom?
Well, the thing is that because I was living in Bogota when I have my baby,
Mm-hmm.
but I realized like all my family was in Colombia. All his family, the father's family, was in Barranquilla too.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I cannot raise a child by myself, and I was only 21 years old.
Yeah.
So I just like, I'm not doing this alone. So I came back to Barranquilla, and I had my mother, and I
Okay.
have my sisters, and also
Okay.
my brother, and I had my mother in like not my mother-in-law, but
Mhm.
the fathers, no,
Yeah, his grandmother
his
from his father's
grandmother. Yeah,
side.
exactly.
Yes.
So whenever I need to work,
Mm-hmm.
I had plenty of people that could take care of my kid,
Mm-hmm.
and the father of my kid has been always present, and he's
Okay.
always present with money, with love, with
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very lucky that even I was a single mother, I was
Mm-hmm.
really supported by all the people around me.
Okay.
So
So
that was easy. In that sense, it was
yeah.
easy. The only part is like I felt lonely at that time, and I just like, oh my god, like not knowing what to do without a husband, like, but like these ideas that as a woman could have or
Yeah.
may have, or traditions, and I don't know.
Yeah, the pressure that they put on us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but as soon as I realized like I was really having fun being
Mm-hmm.
single,
Mm-hmm.
I was just focusing that energy in having fun, having dates with not commitment.
Okay.
Yeah, enjoying
Your youth,
my
yes.
youth. I always was a party girl. I
Okay.
like going dance every weekend. That was a week. I don't regret. I need
That
to.
is great. I always feel like I wasted time with my youth because I never really went out much. I
Mm,
never did much actually, and also like never drank in my youth. Uh,
that's really good. Like you don't. I hope you don't feel regret about it. I don't regret about anything I did in my
yeah.
youth or my younger age,
Mm-hmm.
but I was at a times lost in the social aspects. It's like
Mm,
taking too much care about what other people think about me,
mm-hmm.
and the needs to go out every weekend. That's exhausting
Mm,
for a single mom that also need to take care of like a kid,
yeah, true,
but
true.
because I had so much help,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even consider that.
Yeah, at least you didn't bring another baby, because when people get a lot of help from home after they've got a child at a young age, another baby comes because you never felt like entirely responsible for the child and the
Mm,
burden that the child comes with. So now it's like you continue having fun, and then another baby comes. Yeah, so it's
yeah.
a good thing that another baby didn't come only after you got married.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
7 years after I had my new baby, like my second
Mm,
one.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
With your husband.
With my husband. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. So now looking at where you are now, you also told me that you are a doula. Where did
Yes.
that come about? Like what sparked it?
Okay. I don't know how this story is going to sound for people out there,
It's
but
your story.
yeah, but
Yeah.
like I don't know how else to say it, right?
Mm.
I was in it was the 2021 in pandemic,
Pandemic, yeah.
and I got sick. But before
Mm.
that, I was a fashion designer, so I need to sell clothes, right?
Mhm.
And I stopped working in audiovisual production, so I
Mhm.
need to make clothes. And I
Mhm.
was doing great because my brand transformed completely when I was pregnant, beautifully. So suddenly the COVID came and nobody was buying clothes, but every brand in my city or country was making pajamas. And I refused to
Ah.
make pajamas. So it just like I stopped and I was like, I was having the best time of my life. COVID for me and my family was
Mhm.
like great. We could just stay at home,
Yeah.
playing, making capes, imaginary capes, like was amazing. But at the same time, professionally, I was like dealing with these questions like, oh, what I'm gonna do now.
Mhm.
So I didn't know for sure what I need to do during this time, and suddenly I get really sick. I was like a poison, food poison. That's what doctor said. But in my city you couldn't go to the hospitals because all hospital were just attending
COVID
COVID patients.
patients.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So I was, during 7 days I was puking with diarrhea for 7 days. I couldn't drink any water. Like I had to ask nurses to come and
Put the
put
IVF.
with
Yeah.
vitamins because I couldn't just any. And I thought for sure I was going to die. Like I was dying literally. Something on me was really afraid because I didn't see any recovering signs. So um, one day, the seventh day, I choose to smoke weed at home. It's just like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go with the style, like, like I'm going to do it. And in Barranquilla, in Colombia, the marijuana is legal. So sorry. So I used to grow my own plants too.
Okay. Yeah.
So I smoke, and I thought I'm gonna meditate. And when
Mm.
I was in my bed, I had migraine, like it's just too, it was too loud, too painful, everything. And I was
So
like,
with the diarrhea, you had migraine as well.
everything. I was dehydrated, and when you are dehydrated, one of the symptoms
Wow.
is like really a migraine, right?
Yes.
A strong headache.
Headache. Yes.
So as soon as I smoke and I close my eyes, all the pain disappeared. And I, with my closed eyes, I saw like a line with this light. I don't know, like how to explain or describe it. It's just like a pure light with so many colors at the same time.
Mhm.
And I just like, oh, and I hear something, and I open my eyes, and I thought, damn, I'm gonna die, because I thought I was hearing, and like, yeah, I'm hearing the death. So I was being dramatic. I
What?
was being dramatic.
I'm like, what?
But yeah, so I thought, and when I open my eyes, again, the migraine shows up again, the pain in my body, the weakness. So I thought, okay, if I'm dying, it's peaceful and it feels good. So I just like, I close my eyes again, and I see the light
This is
again.
when you're high.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
On weed. Yeah.
yeah. But just so you know, was only two. That's it.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
not like wasted. I
Okay.
was just like, I need something just to see if the headache's gone.
Mhm.
And actually, weed is medicine if you use
Mhm.
it with conscience.
Yeah.
Um, so when I was there, looking the beautiful light and feeling amazing with my eyes closed,
Yeah.
I start hearing voices, a lot of voices at the same time, and I freak out. I'm just like, I'm gonna die here.
Like these voices are here to fetch me.
Yeah.
Oh
So the voices told me with so much love, don't worry, you're not going to die. You don't
Mm.
like don't be so dramatic, but making jokes. Like I was never judged. I was just being treated with so much kindness and love, with these voices, and I just surrender to the experience. So I asked, who are you? And they said they were only guides, only my guides and masters, right? And they start talking to me like, okay, you're going to heal, don't worry. But now that you're here and open to hear and see, let's talk about some topics that you were wondering about. And like, okay, like my career, future. And they say, yes, exactly. um, so they told me that I had a purpose in this life right now, but I need to discover it, that it will be revealed very soon. And I thought, wait a minute, I thought my purpose was being a sustainable fashion design, because I was doing amazing things for the planet. And, like, and they say, oh no, dear, you're doing great with that aspect, that's not your purpose. You're doing amazing, but no, it's not your purpose. And I thought, oh, okay, so what is it? And they say, well, we cannot tell you like that, but we can show you through dreams. So now fall, is like fall and you will see. So suddenly I was dreaming. I fall asleep and I start dreaming that I receive a baby. And when I get my eyes up, I see a ocean of people dancing and singing and celebrating the life. And next to me where was my midwife. I had a home birth, and my second one was a home birth. So I was accompanied by my real midwife. And she told me, and she was like so happy for me. And she said, you see, this is it. And I woke up feeling so, and I started crying, and I just like, what did just happen? Like, and I remember the voices. It's just like I was sleeping. No, because I was meditating. Like, what is it? And I was trying to put all the pieces together, and I thought, wait a minute, am I going to be a midwife? And that didn't feel right at the moment. So just like, I'm gonna be a doula. I'm gonna be a doula. I'm gonna be a doula. Yeah, that's it. And I just like I felt it, and I start crying. I felt so special that I had this experience, right? So I talked to my husband and say, "What do you think about me being a doula?" And it's like, "Are you kidding? You will be the best doula ever." And I thought, "Oh my god, yeah." So since then, I start being the assistant of my midwife at home birth in Barranquilla. And
Mhm.
after that, I certified myself in Doula Caribe. It's like a school in Puerto Rico, online, to become a certified doula, birth and postpartum doula. And I start working in Barranquilla with women at hospitals, not only at home birth, but at hospital, because no one was working with the women at the hospitals. So I just
Mm.
start doing it. And at the same time, I keep doing my fashion work, but a little, and but it was perfect because I had my one or two clients and my job as a fashion designer, and it was perfect, so I could do everything at the same time because I could manage my time. It was hard, but I could manage my time at the end.
So do you think then getting sick was sort of like a not even a wake up call, but um, like something that needed to happen to shift your career perspective?
Yeah, everything what happens is a must.
Yeah,
It's not.
yeah.
It's a mistake. No, everything is what it should be.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that as much as I'm learning in the way, it's
Mm-hmm.
just like when your body is detox, is empty, you are more open to receive this type of message. Like, that's why
Mm.
people fast. That's why monks fast.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, like the story is full of people that fast.
You need to detox in order
Detox.
for you to receive or see the
Yeah,
vision or see.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
I get it
I
too.
have been since all my life a very spiritual woman, like very connected
Okay,
with my
okay.
spirituality and
Mm-hmm.
my growth in my
Mm-hmm.
spirituality. So yeah, I was I think I was blessed
Mm-hmm.
to receive the message, to be able to hear it, and to be sick at the time to be open to hear it. Because I think we all the time we have signals, we have message for our ancestors, for God, whatever you want to
Mm-hmm.
call it, from your spiritual masters, from your guides.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter the name, we always have signals and message, but we are too distracted, we are too intoxicated by all so many things, so we
Mm-hmm.
cannot hear it or we cannot see it. Or but everyone in this planet has this ability. It's not for few people, it's for
Mm-hmm.
everyone.
Yeah. So you're talking about ancestors in Colombia. You also like have, or rather, I don't know, like, in African cultures, they are some parts of, like religion where they worship ancestors. Is it also the same with Colombia?
um not that way,
Okay,
not that
okay,
way. The thing is that I was raised as a Christian,
okay.
but like at 11, 12 years old, I said,
Mhm.
I'm out of here. This is here's not where I find God. Is where I find God. This is not my way. So I told my mom, you can punish me.
12 years.
Yeah, you can punish me. I'm not going to go to church. Never again. So my mom's just like, okay, what should I do? Nothing. Okay, it's your call. And as soon as I said that, it begins like a need to look for answers, because I was dealing with so much anger through my
Mm-hmm.
childhood, for all the abuse, for all the so many situations that happened in my childhood, that it make me grow with so much anger in me. So
Abuse from where?
sexual abuse
Oh,
from
I'm sorry to
many people.
hear.
So yeah.
Like close relatives
Yeah,
or.
yeah, relative and a
Mm,
neighbor that I was 12, and a neighbor who took advantage of me, um, who the person who finally penetrate.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry to hear. And did they get
thank you.
arrested?
Mm-mm. No, uh, no.
But how does that make you feel? Like every time you see the neighbor walking free when they have
I
like,
didn't know that was an abuse. I thought it was
uh,
my fault all the time. I thought it was my
why?
because when I was 12, I moved to this new neighborhood, and I thought I fall in love with this guy who was
Mm,
23, 24, and I was just like, like a crush. I was crushed.
mm,
But he has his girlfriend, and one day I was just not looking for anything. I was just in love. I was 12 years old. I was, you know.
mm,
So one night I just went to the excuse to biology homework, because he studied medicine. So I was just like, just an excuse. I'm gonna ask something about the body. And I found out when I get a knock knock, he lived with his family. So I thought all his parents will be there, his little brother will be there, everyone will be there, but no one was there. And
mm,
suddenly, the things I remember, I am in the bed screaming, and he just ¿cómo se dice?
like it tied your
Yeah,
hands.
but with his hands, it's just like very aggressively. And
Mhm.
somebody, thank God, knocked the door. Like when I was being raping, when I was
Yeah,
being
sexually
raped,
violated. Yeah.
I felt like something, like a burn. It feels
Mm,
like a burn. Something is burning down there. So I remember it's like he had to go to the door. I could run to the bathroom. I see my blood, my legs bleeding, and I just like, oh my god, what is happening? And suddenly I could go, but he says something like, you should never speak about this. And I like, I thought it was my fault because I was in, like, I put myself in that situation. Is the logic.
Yeah.
And I think that's the logic of many women that have been in the same position. That's why so many women don't speak, don't talk, because the blame is on us. Is
Yeah.
in the way
Yeah.
you dress, is in the way
Mm.
you speak, is in you seduce the man. But
Mm.
just, I was 12 years
Yeah.
old. So with healing, with therapy, with a company, I found out that it was never my fault.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Spiritually, let's say, yes, in certain way it's my responsibility to heal, because I didn't want to have that anger at me anymore. So yeah, now I can see the past and see it with compassion,
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
before I was full of
You were
anger.
blaming yourself. So
Yeah,
is he now practicing medicine? Is a doctor?
I don't
Oh.
have any idea, because
Oh.
we moved from
Okay.
that neighborhood. When that happened, I couldn't, like, I was in my, like, I couldn't get out. Like, I was only at my home, the school home. I didn't do anything else.
Yeah. It
So
didn't affect your grades as well.
I always was a really good student.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't know. It's super weird how kids and young kids, like, can handle the traumas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like something forget.
Like it close
Yeah,
you
it's like
close off. Yeah.
yeah, like delete the memory for a moment. But I know
Mm-hmm.
it's hidden.
Mm-hmm.
But suddenly you are an adult and boom, hits you again, and it's just like, wait a minute.
That is so true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, it had been happening
Mm-hmm.
through all my life,
Mm-hmm.
when I am pregnant, when I'm not pregnant, but now right now at my
Mm-hmm.
36 years old, it's just like I am just reconnecting with other memories. Like, I'm no longer
Mm.
fully depending emotionally of those memories. Yeah, I know that is my past, but that
Mm-hmm.
no longer, or I try to, that doesn't affect me
It
anymore.
shouldn't define you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's
exactly.
like you're giving power to somebody that is doing their own stuff, then you allow it to define you and also take over
Yeah,
like your life and also the decisions that you make in the future. Although, it's not something that you can sometimes be able to control, but
yeah.
I can really imagine. So now going back to the doula, for somebody who doesn't know what a doula is, what is a doula?
Well, doula is the woman who accompany women or families
Mm-hmm,
when they are pregnant,
mm-hmm,
when they are in labor and postpartum. But there are different type of doula.
mm-hmm,
There could be only no. There is doula for birth only.
mm-hmm,
There are only doulas for postpartums.
mm-hmm.
There are only doulas for death, like people
Mm.
that are going through death, or
If you maybe you get a miscarriage or
yes,
you
or
lose baby after giving
yes,
when giving birth.
but also people that accompany people that are going to die, and they know they are going to die. Like, let's say,
Really?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
when you're on your dead bed, there's a
yeah,
doula for
yeah.
that.
And actually, I know one of the most beautiful and powerful women I ever met here in Beijing, and is a death doula, and I can introduce her. Maybe she will be a great guest in this podcast.
Like we must talk about it. It's scary though. I mean, a lot of people are scared of talking about death,
Yes,
and then like but you are a child
I
birth.
am birth and postpartum.
Okay, doula.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it expensive? I mean, when you think of giving birth, you also think of the affordability. Like if I get a doula, I mean, for me, I do say it that it would have been advantageous when I was having my first child, because when you look at videos on YouTube of people giving birth, they sort of like affect you mentally, that you look at like the pain. so many things that you end up choosing like C-section because you feel like, okay, this
Mm,
is then the easier route. But then if you've got a doula, I feel like there's a lot of education that you can learn, and
yes.
having somebody that is like close to you, I think it can also make it easy. But
Yes.
in terms of expenses, is it not expensive?
It could be expensive for sure
Yeah.
for some people, but I always think that mm, whoever needs me, I'm just so happy to work even
Mm-hmm.
for free. I never do fashion work, like work fashion for free. But being a doula, I can do it, but people
Mm-hmm.
must ask. I
Okay.
cannot offer
But
it.
Silvana, you have to eat.
No, no, no. It's okay. I am a privileged woman.
Mm,
I don't need to work to survive. I'm
mm,
thriving thanks to my husband. I'm
mm,
thriving thanks to my family and the people around me.
mm,
So, in that sense, if I am a privilege, I can give some blessings to other people. But that's the thing. People should ask me.
mm,
So I am more than happy to give this to some people, but
mm,
the people being a doula, I only like I'm not looking for clients.
mm.
They come to me. So I'm like last year I have like 5 clients, beautiful women with beautiful partners, like amazing families. And I never like I never
The spirit guided them to you.
it- yeah, the boys to boys, like the boys, the good.
Your husband is like, my wife is a doula. Yeah, I can
No, but not
introduce you
only
to
that, it's
her.
people who knows that I am a doula. Hey,
Uh,
I knew a doula is in Beijing, so they just look for me and they
mm,
suddenly shows up to me and like, okay, let's have an interview, and if we connect, we can work together. But it's not like I'm putting my name there, like,
yeah.
hey, hello, I'm a doula. Hey, hello,
Hmm.
I'm a doula. No, of course, I
You have to advertise your business
yeah,
as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm learning how to do it, right? I'm only
Hmm.
2 years here in China, and I'm learning little by little how are the dynamics, or what are the dynamics here, how are
Hmm.
they, right? um how can I introduce myself, how can I
Hmm.
do, and a little by little I am doing it. But
Hmm.
the clients, it just come to me,
You
and it's
need
beautiful
help.
because every one of them have been a really uh, blessed for me. It's like I learn so much from my clients that I hope
Mm.
they learn a lot from me.
I'm sure they do. I mean, being pregnant is not easy,
Yeah,
especially like, your first time. Giving birth and also postpartum is not easy.
yeah,
And I would like to also find out, you moving from Colombia to come to China when your husband got an opportunity to work in China. You've got this career like of being a doula, well established. You're also doing fashion design, something that you're also enjoying. Now you have
yeah,
to come to this side. How did that affect you? And with kids as well, not just,
yeah.
yourself.
We always wanted to travel. I
Okay.
knew there was a place for me outside Colombia,
Okay.
but we were happy where we were.
Mm-hmm.
So my husband wasn't happy
Mm.
professionally.
Is it because it's from America or
Because he couldn't grow in the
uh,
institution he was working.
okay.
So I saw him being so unsettled and unhappy, and I
Mhm.
thought like, okay, wait, let's think about it. I am a fashion designer and I'm a doula, and I have so many gifts, like I can do whatever wherever.
Yeah.
So I thought, I can thrive wherever you put me. Like you put
Mm.
me in an island, I will
You will
thrive.
thrive,
I
yeah.
won't survive. I will thrive. I will make of
That
that
is
island the
good,
best
yeah.
place ever.
Hmm.
So my husband start asking me, what do you feel about moving? And at the beginning, I wasn't sure because it was depending of our the place, the country, and he started making questions. I started wondering. We were connecting with like this place. No. This
Mm.
place, no, I will never move there. Like Middle East countries, no, it's a no for me. Um, so suddenly China starts showing up, and this school uh, found my husband. My husband never applied to this school. It was the school who find my husband, and it was like an interview. The next day, my husband wake me up at 4 in the morning. Do you want to move to China?
No.
And I was like, wait a minute, what? Do you want to move to China? And I was like, wait, but that means they give you the job. It's like, yeah, the job is mine if I want it. And then just like, fuck yeah, I move to China. It was like
Yeah.
exotic for me. It was
Yeah.
like, wow, a new world, a new language. It was a challenge. And if you put me a challenge, I'm in.
Mm.
Yeah, like I'm that kind of personality. Challenge accepted, you
That's
know.
good.
So we start making peace with the idea of moving, me leaving my family. But by the way, I am a twin sister, and I had a
Yeah.
company with my twin sister in Colombia, a well-being business. She was the yoga instructor, and I was the meditating instructor. So we worked together in yoga studios, in yoga schools. And just like in business that requires this well-being, I don't know, well-being day
Yeah.
for companies,
Yeah.
we work like that together. And she chose to move first to United States, and I felt like, oh my God, why are you doing this to me?
Is
Why
she your
you
identical
It's
twin? Yeah.
identical,
I
yeah.
remember when your husband saying that you guys are like inseparable, like
Yes,
you're like
yeah.
one person.
And we live crossing the street, like we live so close, so it was perfect because
Yeah.
like we work together, we work out together, we keep
Mm.
up together, well, and she was living with my mother, so my mother was with us taking care of the kids when we have to work, or when I have to work, my mom's cooking is.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
So it was like very like a community, right?
Mm.
But she chose to move first, and that was like a really painful
Like
moment for
something
me.
ripped
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
you.
it's like I'm not ready to talk about it, but see, I'm not ready to talk about it. So suddenly my husband had this opportunity to move, and
Yeah.
I didn't have that time to think about the pain of leaving my
Mm.
family, but organizing, selling my cars, my stuff at home, selling, selling, selling,
It's
selling.
not easy.
Yeah, but once I came here, it was the boom. Being alone just hit me so hard, but it was good. I was enjoying it. Like it was my choice. Again, challenge accepted. So I was. This is part of the challenge. Recognizing that now your kids and your husband are mostly all the time at the school. You are there in the apartment. Now, what are you going to do with your time?
Alone.
Yes, but that was the magic of life, right? Like, what are you going to do with your life? And it's just a decision. So I recognized I was through pain. I was going through pain, the lonely, the separation, not being able to be with my
Mm.
mom, my sister, my niece, my nephew, my sisters, and in general. So I recognize it, I embrace it, and after a while, I was ready to make friends. I was ready to start introducing myself. At the
Mm.
time, I was working here. I was working as a yoga instructor in a yoga studio here. It's not my purpose, so I have to cancel. It's just like, I'm just sorry,
Yeah.
I'm a doula. I can do clothes, but I don't want to be yoga instructor. That's not my thing.
Mm.
So later I focus on being a doula. I forget for a little bit being a fashion designer, but never the style, right?
Definitely. I mean,
um,
everywhere we see you, you're like really looking very good.
Thank you, thank you. And now I'm suddenly as a doula here,
Mm.
with another type of business, not letting the people coming to me, but
Mhm.
offering education, offering information, offering workshops that everybody can come and everybody can
Mm.
learn. because we need more people who knows what is the
Mhm.
science and the
Mm.
spirituality behind birth.
Yeah, I would, I would really, I would advise you to put yourself out there because there's quite a lot of people that have moved to China with no family. Some are single and they become pregnant and it becomes really heavy. So they need,
Yeah.
that support.
Yeah,
So
I am.
I would
I
really
am doing it.
advise,
I'm
yeah,
learning how to do it.
yeah. And do you need like a specific qualification to practice here in China?
I already am a owner business in China. I have my
Okay,
company,
that's
and I
great. Yeah.
can. I'm now in the process of getting my visa to be able
Mm.
to hire myself in my company.
Ah, that's good.
Yeah, but now I'm offering consulting. I'm
Mm-hmm.
offering a company
Mm-hmm.
companionment
Companionship.
companionship.
Yeah.
I'm offering, yeah, whatever people needs that I can offer.
Yeah.
um and once my visa is settled, when everything is settled, I
Mm-hmm.
can just like, okay, loud, I'm just
Yeah,
I've
that's
been very
actually
loud.
good also to build credibility
Yeah,
because the more people you meet, the more credibility you build, and the more we get to trust you.
yeah.
So definitely with my third child,
Do you want a third child?
I'll call you. I need a baby girl.
I give up to that idea.
Oh,
I also want a
oh my
baby
gosh,
girl,
because
but
you've got boys as
yeah.
well. Yeah. We're coming to the end of the show, and you are also planning to have a podcast.
Yes.
And when you spoke about it, and you spoke about also educating about giving birth, I was like, this is actually a good idea.
Yeah.
We need more information, more awareness around that,
Yes.
because the only thing that you would really see more on either when you're googling on YouTube is like the pros and the cons. It's just like, oh, this
Yes.
is scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So
also like
let's
one of
talk more.
the mistakes as a mother, first time
Yeah.
or not first time mothers, is just like googling everything, and that messed up with our minds. So
Mm,
yeah, again, information is key,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
once you have information, you
Mm-hmm.
can make better decisions, well
Mm,
informed,
mm,
based on science, based on data,
mm-hmm.
based on your own intuition, based like, because it's everything gathers to be a unit.
Mm, mm,
So science doesn't fight with the spirituality.
mm,
So it's just like, okay, how can I thrive? How can I dive into this new process? So that's why I felt this call, like to create a podcast where it's just the stories tell
mm, mm-hmm.
by mothers. Is any birth story in her birth
Mm,
words, like is
yeah.
how they
Navigated their pregnancy,
yeah,
for an
how they
example.
felt, how they like, where
Yeah.
they were mood, were you
Mm-hmm.
happy, were you happy, and like
Mm-hmm.
demystifying the, I don't know if that is a word, but it's just like change the mindset
Mm-hmm.
about, oh, pregnancy should be amazing and beautiful and everything
No,
is pink
I
color.
suffered from hyperemesis gravidarum, like severe vomiting, and I
Oh,
was in hospital most of my pregnancy time. But I couldn't find much information on that as well. And doctors would run different tests, and they would come back some negative, and they would want to recommend certain things, like for an example, I think what is it? Grave grave something, yeah, but so many things. But luckily my younger sister is a doctor, and she would look at the results, and she would say, no, this is negative positive, this is positive because of the pregnancy hormones, this is positive because of one two
yes,
three and four. So don't listen to it, and they would want to recommend certain things that because of
yes,
the results. But I never took anything,
yeah.
and yeah, I think we need that education.
Yeah,
So
so yeah, so I know, like, telling stories, people learn, kids
mm,
learns from stories, right?
yeah.
Also adults. So I hope that through these stories that we will find out in the future, uh, women or families and
Mm-hmm.
husbands, the mother and the father could have another perspective, and
Mm,
the most important thing, realize that every pregnancy is different.
It's
Yeah, there is a
different.
general all situation that we can just measure, we can just
Mm,
analyze, but it's only a lens, like only a lens, one perspective, and every pregnancy is unique.
that is true.
So that's why it's so important for women to connect with themselves, like
Mm,
very deep with their intuitions, because there's where all the answers are. Like,
mm,
I bet that if you will be guided through connecting with your you know, like with your center, be more calm, and motivate you to meditate more, to be more attuned with your movement and the conscious body, like, you know, conscious
mm,
movement through body. I really know you, I'm really sure that you wouldn't be so worried when you were pregnant with all this bad diagnose. You would be just more settled and guiding yourself through the answers.
mm.
But we don't know anything,
No,
and so it's
especially
just
with
like,
your first child. You're
yeah,
like, what is happening?
exactly. And
Yeah.
doctors has this ability to scare us because we are vulnerable. So everything they say or how they look the tests, is like, everything freak us, or make us scared.
Mm.
So
I can't wait to come. I hope I'll be one of your
yeah,
guests.
you definitely are. Yeah, we can
Yes.
learn a lot, or mothers can
Yeah.
learn a lot
Yeah.
about bad diagnosis, or
Mm.
like a rough
Yeah. I mean, for
pregnancy.
me, I was one of the doctors even recommended that I terminate the pregnancy because of how I was feeling. So I can't wait. I
Yeah,
can't wait.
okay.
We'll have more, conversation about
Yeah,
that. But all in all, I would like to thank you for opening up, for coming to my podcast. And I would like to wish you the best, more
thank
especially
you.
with you being violated. I would like to wish you like a full recovery, and I hope you also talk more about it so that
Yeah,
people that are also going through the same situation, then they get to learn and they get to get the courage to open up. I hope you will also open up more in your
yeah.
podcast. Yeah.
I'm definitely need to talk, and I
Mm-hmm.
will.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but it takes time,
I
because
know.
as we talk, the blame are put it in the victims and not in the
Mm,
in the who makes the crime.
yeah.
So I, I'm I'm learning how to be brave
Mm-hmm.
still, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and how to navigate these situations. And
Mm.
I will, for sure, I
You
will
will.
help
Yeah.
other women, and in the future, or if I can do it now, I'm happily, but I need to learn how to help,
Yeah,
you know,
true.
so to be better.
You will. You'll be able to. So
Yeah.
all the best with your
Thank
podcast.
you. Thank
And
you. Thank you.
last words to all the viewers.
Um, yeah, you know, like at the times, people don't know how, what they're doing with their life, or what is the purpose. I will advise everyone to don't focus on that, because social media everywhere is full of, this is not your purpose, you need to find your purpose. And sometimes the purpose is just right in front of you, and it's not going to reveal until you can really prepare to see or to hear. So I always like to recommend, no recommend, I will always like to suggest for people to learn how to meditate. Or there are so many different techniques to meditate. So if you are one of the people, or one of the person that thinks meditation is not for me, maybe it's because you don't know that there are many ways to meditate, and maybe you haven't find the right one for you. But I highly suggest that you start making those questions, like, how can I do it? And for sure the answer will come to you.
Thank you so much,
You're
Silvana.
very welcome. Thank
And
you.
to you, my colleagues, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for contributing into this growth of our channel. So, if you are joining in for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe. And colleagues, please comment. Let's engage. It will boost the algorithm of the channel, and we'll have more guests. As the channel grow, we'll have more reach. And if you have any suggestions on who you would like to see in the podcast and the topics that you would like us to